Kylie Perkins, like she said. I'm a social media manager and coach. I've been doing this for about 3 years. I self-taught myself. I actually didn't do any courses or anything. I wanted it to be super authentic, and I wanted to be like where you guys are at, where maybe you don't fully understand, and just like making sure that I could teach myself step by step so I could be a better coach and be a better manager. And in those 3 years, I have grown a multi-six-figure business with only 2,000 followers on Instagram. I've had clients featured on the Today Show. I have grown clients anywhere from 100,000 followers and above in just a few days organically. I've had people sell out their businesses from my strategies and my tips. And honestly, one of my long-term clients I've had for 2 years, she's also in network marketing. We are about to celebrate 100,000 followers on Instagram. She now makes millions, and her account is doing great when she used to have to buy followers and stuff like that. So I'm extremely passionate about what I do. I absolutely love helping people, and I love being in a business that helps people. And I know you guys do too, because that's what you guys do as well. Now, when we talk about like strategies and how I got to where I am, honestly, like it was all through community. And Renee will sit here and she'll tell me like, you've helped me so much and you're helping me reach new people and all these people are messaging me. But if you guys go to Renee's account, sometimes we're getting like 5 likes, 20 likes. And that's because we're not trying to be popular. The whole entire goal about making money on social media and changing people's lives is not to be the most popular in the room, because you can easily gain a lot of followers if you have the wrong marketing and you just show up to try to just get amount of followers. But if that's your goal, then you're already in the wrong direction. It's never been about followers for me. And I've never led any of my clients to focus on the number on the screen or to be the most popular in the room. Our entire goal, everything, is to help people. At least it should be. And making money is the plus. It's the greatest part, right? Like we get to make money by doing it and by helping other people. But realistically, I just show up and I help people, and I direct my clients to create content that's actually going to help people. Because if I just sat here and Renee had said, if I just sat here and created content that had to do with, products or whatever, and I sat here and I'm like, hey guys, I can answer your comments for you in your DMs, like you guys are going to be like, I don't really care, right? But instead, if I'm showing up and actually caring about changing people's lives, your guys' products and your guys' business model changes freaking lives. That's what you should be focusing on. It does not really matter what the full ingredient list is. Now, if someone asks, share them with it, because it does have good ingredients. But realistically, people want to know, how am I going to feel? And what is this going to do for me? What is my life going to look like if I decide to trust you on this? So, and also I want to touch a little bit about trust. When someone doesn't trust you or know you, they're not really going to want to work with you. And I guarantee you, everybody in here, you joined under somebody in here. I don't know if everyone in here is under Renee. I don't know if that's how that is, but that case, like everybody in here trusts Renee, or you at least trust the person, or something along the lines of what somebody posted made you emotionally feel something. Because people think that social media is that this robot is sitting there and it's analyzing your every move. And it's like, oh, your post was too dark, or, oh, you posted too late at night. That's not the case. What's happening is that people are interacting with your posts, and the algorithm is just categorizing that and just keeping notes of that. Oh, okay, people are liking this, so I'm going to share it more. So if you are just sitting there focusing on the perfect lighting or the perfect whatever, or I'm saying all these ingredients or all of these things, is a human being actually going to connect with that? No, probably not. So with like some of Renee's videos, because I want to get into showing up on social media and how to do that, there are 3 different things that I really like to focus on social media. Because if you guys, I'm sure you guys are on Instagram. If you follow the CEO of Instagram at all, he loves to launch new features every 5 seconds, and he loves to confuse the shit out of all of us. So I always like to simplify it for my clients. 3 simple things you need to be focusing on when you're showing up on social media, and that is Reels, Stories, and DMs. Okay. Reels are the greatest thing that ever came to Instagram. And some people might be like, shut up. No, it's not. I don't want to have to create video content. But creating video content allows people to hear your voice, know what you look like. And that immediately causes a relationship and some sort of trust. So Reels, Stories, and DMs. And here's how this works. Reels is going to be for people who do not know you. So if you are creating a reel and saying, yeah, me and Ryan went down to the beach last week, like we said we were going to, and we were thinking about what we talked about last time, no one is going to have any idea what you're talking about, because the people that are going to come across your reels are people who have never seen you before. So your reel within 5 to 7 seconds needs to catch the attention of a stranger. So if you're starting your reels very slow, or you're taking forever pressing a button and then you're starting it and you're saying stuff like, oh, today's a long day, people are going to scroll. Because imagine if you walked up to a stranger and you're trying to get their attention and you started with some bull crap that they had no idea what you're talking about. They'd be like, I gotta go. Instead, if you catch their attention, hey, are you struggling with X, Y, and Z? Or I'm going to teach you today how to fix this. Or are you tired of working your 9 to 5 and building somebody else's dream? So was I. Instead of saying, oh, today was a good long day. The sun is shining. Isn't life beautiful? Anyways, because people are going to scroll. You have such a short period of time, and especially in the world that we live in. Oh my gosh, are people's attention spans so short nowadays? So you really have to use that hook. So when you're creating reels, you need to be thinking about, does this make sense to a stranger? Would someone who's never seen me before actually care about this video? Okay. Now, when you're reaching new people, your reels are going to be more of that professional, and I'll have Renee bring some reels up to show you guys like what we kind of like topics we like to hit and some examples, but reels are going to be where you're reaching new people, like I said. So this is going to be kind of put together content, really organized content. This isn't going to be like human connection content. This isn't going to be connection, like videos that you're just going to be like talking to your friends. That's when stories come in. Stories are where you nurture that relationship and you hang out with your people and you show them what life looks like behind the scenes. I can't tell you how many people find me from reels and then they tell me that they end up booking me because of how real I was on my stories. Because people are scared to get scammed. People are scared that what you might be saying isn't actually true. You might reach people from reels, but doesn't mean they're necessarily going to book you just because they saw this reel. They need to make sure that like they can trust you. And by trusting you and connecting with you, that's where you need to show up on your stories. Your feed needs to be marketing. That's where you're going and you're advertising yourself. And stories is where people have already walked through the door. And now you're saying, hey, thanks for being here. Let's talk. Let me show you who I am. Let's share some stories. Let's have some conversations. Let me answer your questions. Okay. Now, last thing is DMs. DMs is the final piece. No matter what, you should always be ending up in DMs. I don't want you guys saying, message me for a link or, go to my profile or go to the link in my bio. This is so cold. That is absolutely so cold, because when someone gets sent to a link, it almost feels like you're going like this to them. Go check this out. They're not going to feel comfortable enough to come back and ask you any questions. They're just not. Instead, if you say, message me, or, leave a comment below and I'll message you, you're now getting into DMs where people are way more willing to have a conversation with you, because they might be like, well, in their head, they want to start the business, and then you send them a link and then they go to the link and they're like, oh, you know what? I just can't do this while I'm working right now. Like, I just don't have time. Meanwhile, if they were in messages with you and they were like, like I am working full time. So like, I don't have all the time like you do to do this. That's when you say, hey, I worked full time too. Or I do work full time, and you're able to relate to them and tell them like, hey, I was able to do it too. I can't tell you how many people, because on top of social media management and one-on-one like coaching to teach people how to grow, I also teach people how to be social media managers. So I can't tell you how many people are like, well, I don't have all day to post on content and help clients, but I have 2 kids. They're very young, and I worked 9 to 6 when I first started my business. So I would come home at 6 p.m. at night, put my kids to bed, and then work on my business. So when people have a conversation with me and tell me like, oh, I can't do this because I don't have time, I'm like, I had 2 kids that are really young, and I worked 9 to 6, and I lived in Alaska at the time. So there was no sunlight. Everything was against me, and I still was able to do it. So you have to allow people to come in and have that conversation with you. And to do that, you have to get into DMs messaging. So the end all is treat your account like you would a friend. If you're typing up a message and you're about to send it, I want you guys to take a second, read it back to yourself and say, would I send this to a friend? How would a friend respond to this? because you should be treating all your followers like your friends. It may not seem like, you may seem like, oh, well, I need to be professional 24/7, but at that point, there's no connection. We need to know who you are. And, all of you guys right here can help someone start a business, or all of you guys right here can help somebody with a certain product. But what is going to stop me from choosing Judy or Laura or Mary? Why am I going to choose them? What am I going to connect with them? Because if I know all of you guys sell the same product, I'm just going to close my eyes if you all are the same and just choose someone. But if I know that me and Judy, just like, oh, she's showing up every day and I'm seeing her all the time and she's hanging out with me and I've got this crazy connection with Judy and Judy makes me laugh every day and I feel like I can trust Judy, I'm going to choose her for the product and I'm going to talk to her and feel comfortable with her. So you have to stand out. And the only way that you're going to stand out is by sharing you as a person and allowing people to know who you are. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is, until I have Renee bring up those reels to show you guys, but consistency is so important. And oh my gosh, you guys probably hear this 24/7. Be consistent, share value, be consistent, share value. Well, let me tell you why it's consistent, or why consistency is so important. Imagine if you actually had a brick and mortar business and you decided, oh, I'm going to maybe post this week and maybe once, and then maybe next week I'll post like twice. And then I don't know, I just don't feel like posting. You're going like this to your open sign, on, off, on, off. What person is going to go to a business who has an on and off sign where they have no idea, oh, can I go there at 6 p.m.? I don't know. And when's the last time they were even open? I don't know. Instead of, if you're constantly posting reels, you're constantly on stories and you're constantly building relationships, people are going to know that your open sign is on. So they're going to trust that they can come back to you. So you would not treat your your storefront with an open, oh, I want to close right now. Oh, it's 3 p.m. and I'm tired. I'm going to shut it off real quick. No, you're going to stay open because you want people to feel comfortable to come on in at any time. That's why it's so important to constantly have new reels coming. So I'm going to show you guys some examples of like reels that I've done for Renee. So Renee, if you can maybe bring those up. All right. So here's an example. Here's what I like to do for Renee, and I think that you guys should do as well, is you guys need to flow between different things. If you guys are just talking about products all day long, then people might come to your account and have no idea that you can help someone start a business. So your content needs to be flowing between topics. So if you know that you're going to post 4 different things, then each week you need to be posting this one, this one, this one, this one, and then repeat. So with Renee, I make sure that we talk about the opportunity. We talk about products, we talk about affiliates, and we repeat, and we make sure we're cycling through. Because if people might follow you and might be like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to follow her for a little bit to see if I want to start this business. And then if you're just posting products for a week straight, they're going to be like, ooh, this isn't what I thought. So you have to make sure you're nurturing your audience by posting each topic each week. I hope that made sense. All right. So Renee, let's go back real quick, or whichever one. So this right here is an example of talking about the products without saying, hey, who wants to buy this clip? Who wants this, right? Instead of saying that, we're giving value and showing the behind the scenes kind of like why. So Renee, can you play it? We'll let your sound play.
From arthritis or daily stiffness over time, and we want to feel good and we want to live that active lifestyle. Lots of people reach for their ibuprofen or what's called NSAIDs every day. Those are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Now, what are the side effects of those? The side effects are going to be possible heart attack and stroke. Definitely kidney damage over a long period of time. It can also be just day-to-day inflammation in the gut system and things that we just don't want, like causing bleeding ulcers. So what is the solution for that? The solution is to use natural supplementation that can be delivered right into the cell and bloodstream that can help you to reduce your inflammation naturally. If you would like my recommendation for natural supplements that really do help to bring down your inflammation, please comment below and I will be happy to send you a message.
So this right here is a great example. How many people in your life do you know that's taking Advil, Tylenol, etc.? So many people. People can relate to this. This was so informative to the point where it's like, maybe people hate that they take that, but they didn't know that there was another way to do it, or there was a healthier version of something that could actually take the pain away. but they're just doing this underlying. So this right here is a healthy swap that we did. And we're saying, hey, here's something that you might be taking, and you need to be taking something else, and here's why. And I mean, Renee even got quite a bit of comments on this one of people interested, and see how they're replying and saying, yes, please, info, please, because I had people comment, because we're going to message them. So in the caption, I didn't say, go message me yourself or go to my link in bio, because we're going to do Amazon easy. So we're going to make it so that you're just watching this video and you can just comment and say, bye-bye. And I'm going to do the heavy lifting, and I'm going to message you, and I'm going to reach out to you. Okay. Now let's see another one. This one is an example of trying to find an influencer. So go ahead and play that one.
Listen to me now.
So this again is a great example of the amount. Now, I'm not saying you guys don't have to dance like this. I've kind of like shaken Renee up a little bit, where she's been a little, she's decided to dance for me a few times, which is amazing. But you guys don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, even in our first conversation, Renee, I think you said like, you're never going to get me to dance. And now I've got a few, but this is a great example of the second messaging was stop sharing products that don't work and that are not backed up by science, right? You're sharing stuff that literally is not helping anybody. If you're sharing something that you know doesn't have good ingredients, stop doing that. So again, this was emotion driven. We're saying, hey, stop sharing stuff that doesn't actually help people. Let's do stuff that actually helps people. Let's actually change people's lives. Okay. So that was that example. Again, if you see the caption has that call to action for people to comment, not to message, not to go to a link. What else we got? Okay, here's a lifestyle one.
But I hate to think about you as somebody else.
Okay, if you guys notice this, how fast was that video? This is not some crazy production we're doing, but it's working. And Renee has literally said how much this is working. And this has, like I said, 16 likes. But Renee has said it doesn't even matter about the likes. It's been the messaging and like the people who are like, I'm seeing your stuff and it's causing emotion. And just like I said, I've made multiple six figures. I only have 2,000 followers. You could come to my account and be like, oh, she's only got 2,000 followers. She's not making any money. But again, I'm not focusing on being popular. This right here, you don't dread waking up in the morning to work. How many people that are working a 9 to 5 hate waking up every morning? Again, we're talking about a pain point here. You don't dread waking up in the POV means point of view, if anybody doesn't know, but point of view, you don't dread waking up in the morning to work because you've built a business online where you get to help change people's lives. This is going to make something. I made a video almost like this, but about social media management, about like making money in a small amount of time. That post got 1,600 views and I made $9,000 from it. That's it. 1,600 views. I don't even know how much this one has, but 1,600 views. I didn't need to go viral. And I made $9 grand because my messaging was like this, where I made people feel something. They came across this and they were like, someone could have maybe woke up one morning and this is the first reel they saw. And they're like, oh my gosh, I would give anything to just roll out of my bed and be in my jammies all day, because I hate that I have to get dressed and go into this office and this job that I freaking hate. This is causing emotion, not saying, well, you could do this and make a website and share products and blah, blah, blah. That's not the dream, right? The dream is the freedom. The dream is that you get to be in control of your life. The dream is that you are building your own business. You're building your own wealth. That's the dream. The dream is not that you get to sell a product or that you get to help people start a business, which it is cool. It is awesome. But people aren't going to be driven by that. People are going to be driven by how they feel. So you got to think about, what does your ideal person, what are they feeling? Are they overwhelmed? Are they dreading waking up in the morning? So that's a good idea. That's a good example. And then again, if you see the caption, I did that call to action for people to comment. Let's see. This one's same thing. So great lifestyle, or just like making people feel again. So go ahead, Renee.
Heaven, I'm in heaven.
So this right here, how many people have told you, or how many people have you seen, oh, I'm just like scared of like what people are going to say, or maybe I'm just like scared of like showing up on social media, or I have some clients that are like, I'm too old to be posting on social media. I'm like, says who? Like, who is saying that, So this right here, again, we know that the pain points of the people we're targeting may be caring what people have to say, or maybe taking directions from people who've never been where they're trying to go. Why are we doing that? So this in the same time was motivating, shared that, she started an online business that has freedom. And then she also stopped caring about what people say. And then a little bit of advice to stop taking directions from people who have never been where you're trying to go. And then again, has that call to action in the caption. All right, is there one more or is that it? Okay, before you play it, Renee, this right here actually has nothing to do with the products or the business. This is what I like to call providing value without asking anything. Sometimes that's a breath of fresh air, is to just give people stuff and just allow you to just provide for someone. We had some advice to give, and I typed this up. And if you see, this has over 100 likes, and a lot of people resonated with this. So you can go ahead and play it, Renee.
Running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man, lady.
So this was just some inspiration. This was just one of those, the call to action was just leave a praise hands if you needed to hear this. So we're not asking anybody to buy anything. We're not asking anybody to start anything. We're just saying, hey, here's some advice that I need to give you. And, let me know if you needed to hear this, because sometimes you just need to show up for people without always asking for something. And you'd be amazed at the amount of people who will come and feel a little bit more comfortable when you're not just trying to blow them up all the time. Oh, we're going straight to it, Renee. We're going straight to it. All right. So I appreciate you guys talking to me today and letting me chat your ear off. I hope this was helpful. Give me some, positive affirmations in the, chat if you guys feel like this was helpful. I actually work with so many people, and as a mom, it's really hard for me to help as many people as I would like to. So I did build this course, and I don't know how many courses you guys have taken. I don't know how many people you guys have talked to, but I'm going to tell you right now that I am a no bullshit coach. This is not going to be a fluffy course. This is not going to be some whatever, non-direction. This has step-by-step of what you need to do. It has tutorials on how to do reels. It has all of the strategies on how I've been able to make, multiple six figures with, only 2,000 followers, and all of this success that I've had for people. And I have literally, this is worth thousands of dollars. This is 3 years, all of my knowledge for you guys, 3 years. And I'm literally giving you guys half off for only $140 something, which is insane because I deducted the price for you guys, and I'm giving you an additional 50% off if you want to join it. So we added a link below for you guys to see more information if you would like to. If you scroll up really quick, Renee, we can go show you the modules. So module 1, we're going to dive into mindset. Let me tell you right now, this mindset module, I've gotten on calls with people just on one call about mindset. And within the first week of this mindset call and this information, people were literally making $10,000. People were blowing up because mindset is the number one thing that is going to cause you to have success. And if you're not showing up and not having a good foundation of how you're showing up, it's not going to matter. So that's honestly my favorite module. And that's why I started it out. Module 2 is all about Instagram. So that is all about, all of my tips, step-by-step on how to do it, roadmap to success, how to use your stories to sell. Because there's only so much I can tell you guys in this, 10 o'clock at night, training, but this has every single thing that you need. So roadmap to success, how to create content that helps you stand out. Because you guys, again, don't need to be blending in with everyone else. You have to stand out, and how to start growing and how to start selling. Okay. Module 3 is about TikTok. I don't know how many of you guys are scared of TikTok. I don't know why people get so terrified of it, but I actually have grown so many people. I helped a client gain 100,000 followers in 3 days. A handful of other people, anywhere from 10,000 to 50,000. I grew myself 60,000 followers in 3 days over there. Sold out businesses. So TikTok is very beneficial if you're open to using it. Module 4 is working smarter, not harder. We don't need to spend time on social media all day long. That's not the dream. So I'm going to teach you about content calendars. I'm going to teach you about, apps that are really going to change your life. And then just some more details and stuff. So you do get video trainings, you do get visual slides, and you will have homework because I'm an action coach. So Again, this is the course for you guys. If you guys are interested in purchasing it, I am giving you guys 50% off. So I think Renee, you did put it in the chat if you guys are interested. Do you guys have any questions for me, or is there anything specific that I can, touch on, or anything that you guys have for me? I'd love to answer. Let me know.
If you have questions, you can, oh, great, Dr. Todd.
Hi, Kylie. I have a quick question. So I'm really not good yet at all with Instagram. It's just so new to me, and I know it's not new. But anyway, I must have done something right though, because within one post, like 15 different men, but whatever, I'm happily married. We'll see how to handle that. Inboxed me. So I'm wondering, like, is part of your training going to help us turn like any kind of attention towards our business?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all my goal. Like I said, like nothing that I share is just to be popular. So everything that I'm sharing is how you can convert people who come to clients, or to people to start a business, or to whatever. Just like I said with Renee, I'm not focusing on likes with her account. I'm focusing on converting them. So you can attract as many people as you want. You can have a video go viral, but that means nothing if you're not making any money from it. So this course is not about, hey, let me help you make all these followers. Now it happens, which is just a plus to get more audience and get more followers. But this course is literally how you can convert. It's just like I said, I make multiple six figures with only 2,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm teaching you exactly how to do that. Did that answer your question? Okay, awesome. Does anybody else have any
Mary Jo put a question in the chat. Do you help with filters, etc.?
filters? No, because I feel like you should be your true self. So I don't ever really use filters. And also I feel like when you're kind of like in a business of sharing like that products work and stuff, like I just like wouldn't share a filter or anything. And so no, I really don't touch on that.
Tammy, did you have a question?
Yes. Hey, Kylie.
Hi.
Yes, I've been going through the modules, and I haven't saw anything yet on how to post, or I haven't gotten, I think I'm on module 5, just reading through everything, but I haven't been able to get like the videos on, huh?
You have the slides and are you watching the video? Because
Yes, I'm watching. I think I watched the videos up until I think 5, and I haven't seen anything on how to actually do them. So I just been going along and just kind of playing with it. And
so it should be in module 2. There's a whole
Okay.
entire Reels tutorial and how to post and everything. So if you can't find it, let me know and I'll just text you over.
Yeah, because I haven't been able to find any slides. I just been basically going on there and just posting
So
stuff.
do you know the when I texted you that tutorial on how to find it? Did that help you? Were you still able to
No,
find
I still couldn't find it.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you really quick. So you guys can kind of get like let me know. Can you see that, Tammy?
Yeah.
Bring it over a little bit. Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's the screen recording. So when you get, hold on. When you get into the course, like that's where the video is going to be with the information. And then if you scroll down, it's going to say downloads.
Okay.
Right there, we'll have like the actual slides for you to review. And then the video also tells you step by step how to do it. So if you have any questions at all, and I'm super hands-on. So like, I don't mind texting me and asking me.
Okay.
That's the course so that I can give my tips to as many people as possible because, I'm super busy all the time, but I'm so good with you texting me. If any of you guys buy my course and need to message me or need any extra tips or help or anything.
Now let me.
Oops, sorry. Sorry. Tammy, I accidentally muted you.
I'm sorry. Yes. Are you doing those captions and everything for Renee? Is that like an extra charge if I had you to go in and like do things like that for me?
Like the text, yeah, because that'd be more management, not coaching.
Okay. Okay.
But if you need
And
help with like that type of stuff, then you'd probably want to do management, not like a course if you don't think you can do it by yourself.
Okay.
But I will say like management is so like the fact that I'm even charging what I'm charging for the mini course is really insane. And Renee can even attest to that.
Right. Okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, Kylie.
Of course, and just text me after this and I'll help you figure out those slides and everything.
Yes, ma'am. Now I'll text you tomorrow because it's late.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
is there anybody else that has a question?
Yeah.
Hey, hi.
Okay,
Hi.
oh, there she
Hi,
is,
Kylie. Thank
Cindy.
you. Hey, Renee. Sorry, I came on late.
No
just
worries.
been out of the loop today. So I missed the first. Yeah, I feel like I missed the whole thing, and I'm super bummed. So I hope this is recorded.
It is.
Kylie, what are your thoughts about, about creating, ritual and repetition with like colors and fonts? Like I do a lot of, and I'm just practicing putting reels back on because I've kind of hopped off quite a bit. And I do a lot of them in my car and I do a lot of them in my bedroom because those are just the two spaces that I have privacy. And do you have feelings around that?
So I personally don't really care about the aesthetics of an account at all. It's really personal preference, but I would much rather you be posting than spending your time trying to get the colors and everything perfect. It was only till I think just recently I started like actually organizing what my feed looked like with colors, but for like 2.5 years, I didn't care. And I don't do it for a lot of my clients either, because I mean, really what I do for like the reels covers, like if you're talking about like, you don't want someone to come to your account and just see your room and your car all the time, then you can make your reels like pictures. Like if you go to Renee's, I'll choose some like travel photos. So that's a little bit more eye catching, but I'm not sitting there forever. I'll just take a photo and do that as the reels cover. So that when people come, it's like, oh, Renee's traveling or whatever. So it's not just like her in her bedroom all day long,
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
so you can, I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh,
you can
nice.
see how the feed looks like, even though those are, when you click on them, the picture goes away, but in the feed, it actually, it looks different.
The discount
if I-
isn't only for tonight. I'll give you guys a week before I cancel it. So, but no, not just for tonight.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else have any questions?
And I just have one more if I can.
Sure.
And I might have asked this before. With regards to making the page public, I made my Instagram public and I had to kind of go in and, I'm a pretty vocal person and kind of ride that controversy belt a little bit sometimes. And a lot of my friends and a lot of the people that follow me, I've always kept my accounts really locked down. So I did open that up and I did clean it up. But with Facebook, I know how to make a current post viewable for the whole world. And I am noticing that there's, people that aren't my friends that are commenting or not commenting, but liking my posts. And I know that's good for prospecting. So, what are your thoughts if I've had some, fairly personal things on my account or on I'm way more personal on my Facebook. What are your thoughts around that? I mean, I don't want to start over and create a different page.
I think you're just going to attract people who like you, and the people who don't like what you have to say, they can go somewhere else. And that's just kind of how it is. There's times where I'll have people message me and they're like, you're too straightforward. I'm like, oh God, I am not for you. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I am very straightforward. And so I think, and also you have to be public, because would you start a business on the side of the street and say, sorry, only my friends and family can come in? No.
Oh, great analogy. I like it.
So you would keep it open to people to come in. You don't know who's going to come in, but you wouldn't make any extra money if you didn't keep the door open for those strangers.
And so when I'm getting friend requests, they're always from men, of course, and their profiles look fake, of course. So what's your thought on that? Just accepting friends?
No, if they look fake, then don't accept them.
Cindy, I delete all that stuff. And if something looks creepy, I just block them. Like I have a lot of blocked accounts because they look like they're coming from a different country. They're going to hack your account. There's no reason to friend anybody that isn't like a friend of a friend.
Right.
And probably in line with you. Like I'm going to look and see, do you know other health coaches? Do you
And also like, if you think about it this way too, like obviously I'm coming from a social media like algorithms standpoint, but if you let a bunch of people who don't know who you are, or you're letting, or even buying followers or doing anything fake like that, the way the algorithm works is as soon as you post a video, it's going to send it to a small group of people, and it's going to see how that small group of people is interacting. So if you have half of the people they're giving it to are weirdos or fake accounts, you're kind of screwing yourself, because the algorithm's saying, oh, people don't like it, but really half the accounts were fake. So you kind of already got put into the ground and it wasn't your fault. So the less you can accept from that, and the more you can just be like, go away. Now on Instagram, you're public, people are just going to come in. I would highly recommend, if you guys have the feature inside of Facebook, you can become like a professional, like a creator or whatever, and then people can just follow you like Instagram. It's not going to be a friend request. They can just follow, because like if you go to my page on my Facebook, it says like 4.4K followers or whatever, instead of like friends. So you don't have to accept them, and you can kind of just whatever. And then if you ever see anybody message or anybody come across that you're just like, get out of here, you can delete them.
And then
Yeah,
how do I
did that
change
too.
it? How do I change it from friends to follow, and do my current, because all, I have maybe 800 people and they're all people that I know.
Mhm.
And would they be following me, or is that going to send an invite out for people to follow that page?
No, it's not. It's going to be the same page that you're already on. Hold on. Let me see if I can see how to.
You just
If you can
select
see this
that you want to be a
example, if you can see
digital.
this example right here, where it says like
Yeah.
followers instead of like
Yeah.
how many friends I have.
Uh-huh.
If you go to right here on your account, these three dots, it'll say, oh, sorry. It'll say, mine says turn off professional mode. Hold on. Sorry if you guys can see that. Mine says turn off professional mode at the very bottom, but yours should say turn on professional mode.
Okay.
So see if you have.
Thank you. Thank you.
for
Mary
that.
Jo. Mary Jo says, do you treat Instagram as the focal point versus Facebook?
I personally hate Facebook. And that's just my personal standpoint. And that's just because like, I am just so, I think just like, I don't know, I enjoy Instagram a lot more. Facebook's just more annoying to me. I think reels are harder, but honestly, I just cross post. So I just automatically turn on where my Instagram reels automatically post onto Facebook. My stories automatically go onto Facebook. And then the people who enjoy Facebook can still get my content. And then the people who enjoy Instagram can get my content. But I just am personally not a Facebook fan, but all of my strategies, everything I teach inside of my course too, exact same strategies for Instagram and Facebook. They're owned by the same company. It's the exact same strategies that you'll use on what I teach you.
And I will tell you, Mary Jo, I pick up most of my, I probably get more product oriented people, over on Instagram, or people, I have had some hits on the affiliate, and Kylie and I are growing that a lot, but people are much more tuned into me personally on Facebook, and that may be my age group, and it may be your age group, Mary Jo, and it may be that younger set is more tuned into Instagram. I don't know, but I think they're both very, very important in our business, because our product does sell to a more mature person. Now on Instagram, and Kylie, you could maybe speak to this, when you're selling your mascaras and, doing all this other, makeup and stuff, maybe that's more, I don't know. I feel like I feel like we have a mature audience. Although when it comes to influencers, we've talked about young people are coming in to do that too. So I don't know.
I think Facebook is more generous about putting your content in front of your friends. Instagram is going to push your content to people who don't know you. So you've already built that relationship. So you're going to see more conversions on Facebook, but that's kind of like that market, whatever that warm market of your friends is only going to get you so far. So when you start posting consistently, you might be getting people, but Instagram is going to be so beneficial for you to reach more people. You might see them slowly trickle in. I have people interested, and then 2 weeks later, they're the one they finally seal the deal. So as long as you're staying consistent, but Instagram is going to be that place for you to actually reach more people. And then you got to connect with them and build that relationship through stories. Because a lot of the people on Facebook are going to be people they already kind of have some sort of trust. They probably already have a relationship for you. So it's going to be a little bit easier, but yeah.
Good point. Good point. No? All right, let's, we'll take one more question, because, and is it somebody new that needs a question? Because we only have one more. I told Kylie we'd only keep her for 30 minutes.
I have a
Anybody
super-
else?
Anybody new have a question, but if they don't, I have a super quick question.
Go for it.
I just use the hashtag fuck cancer. What are your thoughts about that?
Probably banned. Probably blocked and you don't know it. So hashtags won't physically like tell you when you use it, but if you're using a cuss word, I guarantee you the algorithms are probably not going to push it out.
Huh.
Let me actually look if it tells me if it is banned. Hold on.
I got more attention on that one than the other ones.
On
But-
your Facebook?
Instagram and Facebook.
It doesn't look like it's banned or anything, but if it works, then it works. But also I don't think that, I mean, it's probably about your messaging more than it was a hashtag. Hashtags aren't really going to help you a ton anymore. They're more for categorizing your content. So if you put cancer, then it probably puts you in front of people that the algorithm knows is enjoying or wants to see, posts about cancer sucking.
Right. What do you,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess my thoughts about the F word. The F word.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about the F word? I know it's not professional.
Oh, if that's how you talk, then I have one of my clients that I helped her sell out her business and grow 100,000 followers on TikTok, and she literally cusses all day long and doesn't give a shit what people say. And I truly think that that's why she sold out her business, is because I was like, you have to be yourself. So I think 100% if that's you, don't try to be something else, because then you're just going to attract people who don't actually like you for you. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Was there somebody?
So last one, Zenaida asked, don't use hashtags, question mark?
No, you should use hashtags. It's not going to hurt. You can use up to 30 hashtags. It's not going to hurt anything, but I would say 3 to 5. Instagram says 3 to 5 is great.
All right, you guys. Can we see some of your client pages? Yeah, you can DM Kylie or message Kylie. She can show you. Amy asked this question. I know your Brandy is at Unique, so she
Yeah.
sells makeup but she sells a whole lifestyle. So she sells all different kinds of products and has, built us, but it's a more direct sales, it's a different business model as Kylie and I have discussed.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just speak to that for just one last minute. Kylie, is that direct sales as opposed to what we do we're more like a Amazon e-commerce platform now, but you've said to me, like, don't follow her because she does something completely different than you do.
Well, I think it was more along the lines of like her lifestyle is completely different. Like hers is all about like beauty and things like that. And but I use the exact same strategies on both of your guys' accounts. It's just different. It's just different marketing, because marketing is always your messaging is always going to be on what that specific person. Now that client sells a lot of makeup and sells a lot of, yeah, you can search her. So this is a client, I've been growing her account for 2 years now. So a lot of her content, we attract more through relatable stuff and then also inspiration, because she is the top person for her network marketing company and has been for years. So we really focus on like just attracting people. But you'll see, we talk about like, you came from a small town, dropped out of college, had zero experience, yet you still managed to build a multimillionaire or milli empire. She's just definitely more like, I think she's just more like loves to dance and do funny stuff. But Renee expressed she doesn't really like to do that. So I'm keeping Renee and her very different. But let me see. What did you say, Amy? How can we locate the price for the message me? Because I always have people go to my messages. So you'll just have to message me on Instagram, because I don't have like a link to it or anything, because I always want to have conversations with people just to make sure that so if you go to my Instagram account, and just message me. There she is. Here's my account. Then we can talk about it, Amy. But yeah.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And I will be I'll share this recording. I think it was super helpful, Kylie. Thank you
Awesome.
for staying up late and helping us, and for everybody that came in here from all over. Thank you so much, and good night to all.
Thanks,
Take care.
guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Love y'all.
Thank you, Kylie.